Shasky, this is the Butcher Shop, and this is your 49er post-game reaction show, and we are going live right now on YouTube. Come flowing in. The Niners just got a huge gutsy win against Atlanta on Sunday Night Football. I mean, this is probably one of the signature Christian McCaffrey games, and hands down, the best Christian McCaffrey game, specifically on the ground, that we've seen since 2023. I mean, during the broadcast, they even said, this is the most yards that he's had on the ground since week 16 of 2023. That's almost 2 years ago. And he's been extremely productive in the pass game. But we haven't had the pop in the run game. We all know this. And I want to give kudos to so many people in this one. But everybody come flowing in right here. It is your Butcher Shop 49er post-game show. Mac Jones, though wasn't perfect, I thought he did just enough to win this game. I thought he looked really good. He was composed. He was under command. A little medicine ball where Juwan Jennings coming across the middle early in the game, and he kind of alligator armed it. I thought he was going to just throw him right into trouble, and ball goes off Jennings' hands. It gets picked. You're thinking, oh, no, here we go again. But I thought that this game wasn't about the quarterback. This was about the offensive line and Christian McCaffrey, the juice that he had, the explosion, the burst, the ability to bounce off of tackles. And it's going to go final here. Niners are going to win 20-10. Just an unbelievable performance by this much maligned offensive line. I mean, let's call it what it is. This offensive line has looked absolutely terrible at times this year. I thought they did a great job in this game, even though there were individual moments here and there where guys were getting worked. Trent Williams looked great in this one. I thought Connor Colby looked great. I thought Matt Hennessy, who went in there for an injured Jake Brendel, looked really good in this game. Pooney stepped up outside of a couple of plays. And Christian McCaffrey, just the vision, the jump cuts, the patience, the explosion to get to the second and third level. I mean, they didn't just have a couple of good runs. It was chunk run after chunk run. And I thought his vision and his power and his ability to have just great feet all around, just an absolutely huge win for the 49ers. I mean, look at the NFC right now. I mean, it is absolutely freaking stacked in the NFC. There are so many good teams right now. It's jumbled. Why not the Niners? As they go 5-2 right now, 5-2. They've missed their starting quarterback for 5 games. They've missed Bosa for how many games? You lose Fred Warner, and this defense bottles up Bijan Robinson for the most part. I mean, just an amazing performance. And I want to get to so many different angles. I see everybody in the YouTube chat comments. Thank you for joining us. Once again, this is the Butcher Shop post-game reaction show. I'm hoping to have some friends jump in. I sent out some flyers to some people, and if they come into the stage, I'm going to let them in right away. I thought there was a bunch of key moments in this game, specifically right before the end of half, where the 49ers have a situation where they're kind of in no man's land. And you got Mac Jones getting pressured. He throws the ball, what looks like a strip sack. I don't even know what happened. He's getting hit as he's trying to tuck the ball back, and it bounces off a defender and right into Connor Colby's hands, and he starts plowing forward. I don't think you kick the field goal in that situation if it's not deemed a pass that's caught off of a defender, and if it's just a fumble, you're probably going back. You're not kicking the field goal. You get the 3 points, okay? And Eddie Pineiro's been absolutely money in this one all year. Hasn't missed an extra point. Hasn't missed a field goal. He's been unbelievably just nails for this team. Eddie Pineiro's been amazing as a kicker. But you get a 3 points, and then as Atlanta gets the ball, they're marching down. There's 17 seconds or so on the clock. They call hike. Huff comes blistering around on this deep stunt, and they get the young quarterback to not get out behind the tackles or outside the tackles. He throws a lollipop ball to the sidelines, and it lands with 10 seconds to go. And because it's intentional grounding, 10-second runoff, they don't get a field goal attempt. I thought that was a crucial point in this game. It was a total stalemate early on. So you score 3, which you could have maybe not had a field goal attempt, and instead you take away 3 after that with the illegal grounding. Just so random of that entire sequence. So you go up 10-3 at the half, and at the half, 22 yards before contact is the most for Christian McCaffrey at the half all year. That's his most all year. And he had it at the half as we get Bonta Hill coming in here. Bonta Hill joining us right here on the 49er postgame show. It looks like Bonta is somewhere in the in the hallway. Bonta, this was the Christian McCaffrey game. I've doubted this guy in terms of running between the tackles, and not only did he look like vintage Christian McCaffrey, he looked unbelievably spry, explosive, powerful. The feet looked amazing. What did you see out there?
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, perfect. I'm in the bowels of Levi's here. Players are running off the field. Fans are jacked up. Prime time win. Look, here's a couple things. You kept asking me, you and Spinoni, is Christian McCaffrey lost a step? Has he lost a step? Is he washed up? What a lot of people were saying. And I kept telling you guys, I really don't know, because is it the offensive line? Is it just him? Are they opening up gaps? And the offensive line has struggled. Look, entering tonight, they're averaging 3.1 yards a carry. Dominic Pooney's playing with a bad PCL. Jake Brindle's not been good at the center position. Connor Kobe's a rookie. He's never been in this position before. Trent Williams may not be the all-pro Trent Williams, but he's still serviceable. Well, tonight, when they had to run the football, because you did not want that Atlanta pass rush to get going there, Christian McCaffrey ran the football hard. Now, does it coincide with George Kittle being back? You bet your ass off it does. I mean, George Kittle's another offensive lineman, but for McCaffrey to go 23 for 114, catch another 7 for 72, he's far from washed up, Butch. This guy's a baller. And if you had to give the 49ers a team award, a team MVP award, it'd go to Christian McCaffrey.
He was amazing. How about that 3rd and 13 seam route play where they looked over at Kittle? Mack held the linebacker just long enough and ripped one in. I thought that was the play of the game. It was quarterbacking at its highest.
I mean, it was a great route by McCaffrey. Great throw and anticipation by Mac Jones. 3rd and 14, Chasky. I was thinking you can't end up with 3 on this drive. You cannot go up 16-10 and let it come down to score a touchdown. You have to get 6. And so even if they would have, say, amassed 13 yards on that play, I may have gone for it on 4th and 4 or 4th and 3 just to go for the kill shot. So that throw, that route, and that drive, Jasky, getting chunk yards on the ground, eating up clock. I think they nearly ate up 6 minutes off that drive. Was it 5:50?
It was 11 play, 65 yards, almost 6 full minutes at time.
Yeah, 5:50.
It felt like a Harbaugh Niners taking the ball, the air out of the football.
That was bully ball. And you know what? I kept thinking, these are the Atlanta Falcons. We know the Falcons from the OG NFC West days. This isn't just a typical Falcons game coming off a big-time win over the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football. They fly across the country. You're playing the beleaguered, wounded 49ers team that's still licking their wounds over the Fred Warner injury. But how about Fred Warner? And I'm going to give him a lot of props. Now, look, I don't know what's going on with Nick Bosa, but Fred Warner just had the surgery on Tuesday. And he's on the field before the game, inspiring these guys. Then he's in the suite. They showed him on the Jumbotron inside of Levi Stadium. And he's saying, let's go. Come on, let's go. And the veins are popping out of his neck. You want to talk about a leader and leading that linebacker room as Tatum Bethune was flying around the football, hitting dudes. Unbelievable. And that's what we saw at Florida State with this young man.
Yeah, we did. Tatum Bethune, I'm glad you brought him up. He was everywhere. He was running stunts. I thought Bryce Huff was unbelievably tenacious. The game before halftime for me, where he did the stunt and came around and forced Phoenix to throw that ball away, and they don't get a field goal attempt there. I thought it was absolutely huge.
Joe Fonzie was sitting next to me, right? And he goes, they can't give up 3. And then what was it, Mooney, Darnell Mooney, who had the big catch down the left sideline. He goes, and we both look. That's the difference between winning and losing football games at this level. You give up 3 there, all of a sudden Atlanta's saying, all right, cool, we're back in the game. We could breathe a little easy. But the fact that they got the intentional grounding by great pressures and timely blitzes, because I know you want to bring up Saleh. This was a coaching win. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, their IQs. How many coaches, honestly, would have this team? And if this team didn't say 49ers, but you looked at all the injuries, Shasky, to the quarterback position, to the tight end position, to your top pass rusher, to the middle linebacker. Your secondary's trying to figure itself out. Yet they're 5-2 heading for a monster back-to-back against Houston and the Giants. This was a coaching win by Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh. The timely blitzes, the timely stunt, Shasky. Wow.
And then, I mean, you're doing this with D. Winters, a basically first-year starter. You're doing with Tatum Bethune, his first ever starting game, wearing number 48, that Fred Warner original rookie jersey. Chase Lucas stepping in for Upton's out and making the play of the game, jumping the route on Drake London. I just thought they did a really good job gang tackling Bijan Robinson, who is as good of a player as I've ever seen. And I don't say that lightly. He has no hole in his game, Bonta.
No doubt. No, he doesn't. He's electric. I mean, Atlanta got him going with a little screen game. They ran it to the left side, then the right side, and he scores a touchdown. But I thought coming into the game, when I was doing the stream with Carlos, and he's asking me, what's the key to the game? Anybody but Bijan Robinson. Make Michael Penix beat you. It's obvious. Bijan Robinson's breaking 70 and 80-yard touchdowns on Monday Night Football. Anybody but Bijan. And you know what? They held him under 50 yards rushing. I don't know what the last tally was in the pass game, but he had about 75 overall yards, all scrimmage yards. So McCaffrey outplayed him on Sunday Night Football, and the Niners did a good job of game tackling. They tackled a lot better than last week in Tampa Bay, timely blitzes, and they said, Michael Penix, they're going to have to beat us from the pocket. And you know what? He's not quite ready yet when the heat comes out of him. That's the same thing I saw from UW against Michigan. They put that heat on his ass in the national championship game, and he got a little happy feet, starts short arming some things, and he took some shots from Bryce up to Sam Okuayinonu.
Oh, how about Malik Mustafa hitting Algier in the hole with Deshaun Golson as your honorary team captain today? I go, that reminded me of Deshaun Golson, the Hawk, when he came flying in. You did this not only with Darrell Luter going in for Renardo Green. You did this with Sam Okuayinonu and Jordan Elliott making plays. I'm Robert Saleh, whatever he's making as a coordinator, double it. Like, double it. He is worth every penny.
No doubt. I don't think he's going to get a job next season. You know, whether it's the Tennessee Titans or the Miami Dolphins. And I hope he doesn't get a job because a lot of these owners think offensively. They want an offensive-minded coach. So hopefully that keeps Robert Saleh in the Bay Area for another season. You brought up Chase Lucas making the play against Drake London on 4th and 1. First of all, Atlanta, I thought they made a mistake. Why are you going east-west with Bijan Robinson? You're stretching out the defense there. Running right up the gut with Algier on 3rd and 1. They didn't do it. That's their problem. But on 4th and 1, Chase Lucas and Shasky, you know what? If you watch camp all season, training camp, he's been chomping at the bit for his opportunity. He had a really good training camp. I think we talked about it. He had a really good camp, and he's a really good dude in that locker room. They love him. He's feisty. He talks a lot of trash. He has the typical DB mindset where you're going to get beat on a couple plays, but it's the next play. Play. I'm going to get my nose in there. Think about the combined tackle against the LA Rams down at SoFi Stadium, getting his nose in there, getting dirty. So Chase Lucas making big-time plays and big-time moments for the 49ers, and you didn't miss something stout today. I'm sorry.
Did you think they should have kicked the field goal? It would have been a 53-yarder there. It was 3rd and 1, and then it went to 4th and 1 or whatever, 3rd and 3, then 4th and 1. Should they have kicked the field goal? I don't know if they would have stopped the Niners.
I don't think it would have stopped the Niners either. You got to go for the win. You're on the road.
I thought so too.
You got Bijan Robinson. You have Drake London, and you're trying to inspire your team saying, we're playing to win. We're chasing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's Sunday Night Football. We're trying to show the nation that we're about business, that the Atlanta Falcons are taking a step forward and about winning games, big-time games at prime time. So I had no problem with them going forward in that situation. Now, I thought they would stop the run on the next possession, but the Niners alleviated their great pass rush by running right at their throats, running right at them. And so it's the Christian McCaffrey game, man. And Mac Jones, look, didn't have the greatest game, but he did what he had to do to win. How about the scramble on the last possession, Chesky? To get about 8-9 yards.
And then he dove forward and then got up. Did he hurt his hand in this game? He had the little warmer. No, he didn't hurt his hand in this game? Okay.
I don't think so. Nobody said anything about it.
Well, I mean, sign of the cross here. I'm trying to knock on wood. Hopefully they get out of this one pretty unscathed. I mean, it looked like the offensive line that I've been critiquing. Look, I've been ripping this offensive line. I've been ripping the run game. I thought Brian Robinson had a couple of really nice runs in this one. I thought they utilized him really well. I thought Juice made some really nice blocks. I hated the 3rd and 1 Juice play up the middle. I know it's not my favorite design, but for the most part, all of the things I've been critiquing all showed up tonight, and they just shut me up. Christian McCaffrey looked incredible. This was the CMC game. 200 scrimmage yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the best player on the field.
He was the best player on the field, making cuts. You know, he had a 15-yard run against the Arizona Cardinals earlier this season, which was his longest run of the game, or of the season, I should say. He had a 15-yarder in the first half, and I thought he just got chunk yards. When you get 6, 7, 8 yards a pop. Again, they were averaging 3.1 yards a carry on the ground this season entering tonight. Now you're playing the top 5 defense, and you run for damn near 5 yards a pop until the end of the game here. So I thought McCaffrey was great. And how about this? This is something to watch. We always talk about controversies and which players should play. Jake Brindle goes out of the game and immediately goes to the blue tent, doesn't return. And all of a sudden, the Niners start running the ball right up the gut. Interesting there at the center position because I think the interior of the offensive line didn't have a great game, but all of a sudden Pony's blocking today, Kobe's blocking today, and the backup center comes in and they're running the ball right up the gut.
Yeah, I thought CMC looked like he was playing joystick with Madden.
Yeah.
The way he was sliding and stepping, his vision was unbelievable. And I thought as a pass catcher in space, he made every first guy miss, and they were eating grass. He was spectacular. B, one last thing before we get you on, Andrew, because I love what you're giving. You're giving us so much great stuff. Kyle Pitts, they kept trying to isolate certain guys, whether it's Bijan, Kyle Pitts, whoever, on that low bottom cornerback closest to the sideline of the 49ers. I love the way Darrell Luter knocked him on his butt in the 5-yard space because Renardo Green was getting picked on. Pitts is much bigger than Bijan. It's a tough matchup. This was the best Kyle Pitts game I've seen as a pro. I thought he looked incredible.
I said the same thing to Fonzie. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Pitts play this well. I mean, he was a physical. He made some great catches on the sideline. But you know what? Darrell Luter, they were picking on him, and he didn't care. He just kept playing. It kept playing. It kept playing. And in a game like this, it felt like a hard-hitting game. The Falcons tried to come in here and punk the 49ers by laying the lumber. We saw what they did against Buffalo again on Monday Night Football. The Niners out-hit the Falcons. How about Malik Turner getting called up for the practice squad on special teams number 81? He wasn't even on the card. I'm like, who's 81? I look at the practice squad. I was like, wait, he wore 18 in the practice field. He's wearing number 81. Where's T.O. at? Well, Malik Turner laid the lumber on special teams today. I thought the Niners really out-hit the Falcons. Penix took some shots. Robinson, even on the play where Deommodore Lenoir, late in the game, he got called for the illegal contact. But Bethune came in and blew up Bijan Robinson to get to the quarterback. They out-hit the Falcons tonight, and they're going to need to do that next week against Houston. These are body bag type games coming up for the 49ers, the Houston Texans, the New York Giants. Then you have the LA Rams coming up to Levi Stadium, and the LA Rams has found their mojo now. They found it. The 49ers woke them up with that win at SoFi Stadium. So these next 3 games, they're sitting at 5-2 right now. Can the Niners somehow, some way be 7-3 after those 10 games? Can they be 6-3? Excuse me, after those 9 games? I have no idea.
This is one of the most surprising starts to a year I can remember because nothing's gone right health-wise. And yet I look up and I've never been more proud of just the effort level from so many guys that I didn't think would be contributors to this team.
Shasky, it's time everybody realize the coach that is coaching the 49ers. It's Kyle Shanahan.
Great call.
We've seen this before. 2021 when they fall to 3-5 or whatnot, and we're thinking, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get benched or whatnot, and he salvages the game against Chicago, and Shanahan gets that team to the NFC Championship saying, you know what, we got to run Deebo Samuel because I don't trust our running backs. Elijah Mitchell, I don't know if he can handle the physicality, so let's go to Deebo on the jet sweeps. They won a game, as you keep mentioning, against Green Bay without scoring an offensive touchdown. Shanahan has kept this locker room together. They could have wilted tonight without Fred Warner, felt sorry for themselves, especially after the loss they had last week in Tampa Bay. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, but Shanahan specifically, he may be in a running for Coach of the Year right now. Think about all the guys they've had out. They still haven't had their full receiver core out there. You know, you hope that Ayuk comes back. Who the hell knows what Ricky Pearsall? What's up with Brock? They're finding ways to win ugly. And that builds big-time character because guess what? In the fourth quarter, Alfred Collins is getting in there, making things happen. Michael Williams, he had some ups and downs today, but he's trying to learn and playing well. Bryce Huff stepped up. Sam Okuayinonu. So this young defense is finding ways to get off the football field, and that builds character for November and December when you get into those tight games in cold weather, inclement weather. It's going to get cold here at Levi, Shasky, and I can't wait. The big boy football's coming, and the Niners are building a bully right now with guys who don't know how to win on this level. They just don't. But that goes to Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, and I think we should be very appreciative of the head coach that the 49ers have.
Yeah, culture, and coaching. They've done such a great job. Bonta, thank you so much for dropping on the postgame show. I'll see you on Tuesday morning. Morning Rose, 8 a.m. You'll be coming in. Is that correct?
I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. There's a lot to talk about here in the Bay Area, man. What a win. Christian McCaffrey reminding everybody who he is. He's been lethal in the pass game, Shasky, but to see him turn out some yards on the ground and having Kittle back is just going to open more things up for this offense. I think the best is yet to come for the 49ers, despite not having Fred Warner, despite not having Nick Bosa. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Robert Saleh is in his bag right now, figuring out things on how to get to the quarterback. And Shanahan, just wait. The bag is about to get empty with Kyle Shanahan, the wizard, running this offense here. I'm fired up, man. What a win for the Niners.
I love it. I love it. Look out, In-N-Out Burger in San Mateo. Bonta is going to go 120 miles per hour on his way to get a double-double. You have a good one, and I will see you on Tuesday, my friend.
I got no room in my belly. I ate some nachos, tacos, snacks, Reese's Pieces. I used to look forward to Sundays at Levi's because admit I'm eating for free no matter what.
I love it. I love it. You're the man, B. Thanks for hopping on.
All right, Butch.
I'll see you, buddy.
Soon.
Beautiful. That's Bonta Hill, NBC. Going to do the post-game show. You'll see him on the morning roast. We're going to have him in 8 to 10. I mean, just an incredible, incredible win for the 49ers. I think he's 100% correct. Coaching and culture. The culture of this team to have, and I'm going to read some of the names of guys that stepped up and made big plays. And if you're tuning in right now, what is this? This is the Butcher Shop. This is kind of my post-game reaction show. We're reacting live to the 49ers beating the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football, 20 to 10. We're having all the guests, all the people that are popping in. I see Alex in Atlanta. I see Jason Mishler. I see Lori Matthews, all my normal friends on YouTube, all chiming in. I'm going to read some of your comments. This was the Christian McCaffrey game. I mean, he came out and looked absolutely spectacular in the passing game, but specifically between the tackles as a runner. He was patient. He was explosive. He had great feet. I mean, he was hitting the juke button. He was running dudes over and getting to the second and third level with more energy. That final touchdown run was a testament to will, perseverance, and the offensive line, Connor Colby just dragging him into the end zone. It was amazing, just amazing to see. And I'm so proud of my Niners right now. Listen to some of these names. Hennessy, the offensive lineman that no one's ever heard of, he's making plays going in for an injured Jake Brendel. You see a young rookie and Connor Colby making plays. Colton McKivitz, for the most part, held up tonight. I thought he looked good. Trent Williams, who I've been very critical of this year. I thought Trent Williams had an A+ game for Trent Williams in this one. And Dominic Puni, though he got hit early in this game and kind of got thrown to the side like a sack of potatoes, I thought he bounced back. I thought they ran both to the right and left side through the A and B gaps very, very well in this one. But Christian McCaffrey was spectacular. I mean, he was spectacular. And George Kittle coming back, I don't even have him with a recorded catch. If he made a catch, someone needs to tell me. I didn't see that. I only saw one target his way. It was on the quick little hitter that he dropped. It was kind of thrown behind him. But I thought for the most part, this team averaging more than 5 yards a pop when they could barely get over 3 yards a pop was just needed so much. Demarcus Robinson dropping multiple balls. Juwan Jennings dropping a ball, but they went back to both guys. And Juwan Jennings in particular made a big play in this one. Ton just making a play. Just the offensive line as a whole, I just want to give them their kudos because we have crushed them after so many of these games. I thought they were outstanding in this one. Atlanta's defense is very good. I also thought Eddie Pineiro has just been lights out. I mean, look, Jake Moody's doing good things for Chicago. I'm pulling for him. I'm rooting for him. I'm glad they got rid of him. It wasn't going to happen here. They've acquired Eddie Pineiro, and he hasn't just been good. He has been outstanding. Outstanding. He had a 54-yarder. He's been unbelievably nails for this team. It's changed how they run offense when they cross the 50. Eddie Pineiro has been amazing in this one. And then listen to some of these names on defense who made plays. Chase Lucas, slot corner, filling in for the rookie that they drafted, Upton Stout. He made the play of the night on Drake London. Just reading that play as he's coming across the formation late. He knew that out pass was going right to him and went right through his hands. What a great play he had. And then Jordan Elliott up the middle, I thought made play after play after play. Saw Givens making a play. Saw Michael Williams making plays, eating up double teams. Saw Alfred Collins making plays. What about this guy, Sam Okuayinonu? This guy has been unbelievable as a bull rusher. He looks great. Like he legitimately looks great. Number 91, making play after play. Now, he's got to add to his repertoire. Can't bull rush everyone. And then Bryce Huff. As a situational rusher, I thought he was spectacular tonight. Spectacular, making play after play after play. But the back end, the secondary, Darrell Luter filling in for Renardo Green, who kind of got picked on in this one. I thought he was awesome. You're not going to stop every play. I thought Darrell Luter was in position. Delmer Lenore played really well in this one. Malik Mustafa playing in the second half. I thought he looked really good, making big-time hits. But the linebacker play for me was what really separated it. Seeing Tatum Bethune run around patiently, but also recklessly throwing his body around, I think we have another player in the long line of linebacking play that's been so elite for so long for this Niner organization. You got D. Winters and you got Tatum Bethune. Two unproven players making their name on Sunday Night Football. What an unbelievable win for this team. And again, I thought Bonta summed it up brilliantly. The 2 C's, coaching, Shanahan, coaching, Robert Saleh, Coaching, getting Eddie Pineiro and fixing your special teams. All right. And then culture, next man up. It doesn't matter who's out. We're out Fred Warner, doesn't matter. Next man up. You're out Nick Bosa, doesn't matter. Next man up. You're out Brock Purdy, doesn't matter. Next man up. I mean, it's honestly, it's an astounding thing that they've built. This is one of the more fun months of football, given how turbulent it's been regarding the injuries, that I can remember in a long, long time. Like, I have been so pleasantly surprised by what I've seen. And it's not like everything's been hitting on all cylinders. They've had to fight so much adversity. But the fact that they're 5-2 is just a testament to the coaching and the culture that they've built. And, kudos to everyone involved. And look, they're 5-2. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to get ready for tomorrow's show. I want to thank everybody that's been chiming in on the chat. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you to Bonte Hill for chiming in. If you want to know, hey, what is this? This is the Butcher Shop. We're going to do this anytime I've got, the Giants hire a new manager, or the Golden State Warriors play a thrilling game that goes, down to the wire. I want to do post-game reactions and have fun with you, the people out there. Link is always up on my Twitter feed, but this is on the 95.7 The Game YouTube page. But if you're looking for the podcast and you want it downloaded, I'm going to try to do 10 to 20 minutes every single day. So a little chunky something for you to get through your morning. Download it, like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And definitely let me know what's going on, because it's the Butcher Shop wherever you find podcasts. I'm Joe Shasky. I'll be on tomorrow morning with Joe Spadoni, 6 a.m. It's Sunday night. I'm racing. I'm fired up. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to try to have a little snack. Going to try to wind down. I'm going to watch one of my favorite shows on HBO, Task, that's out right now. Christian McCaffrey, I am so sorry that I doubted you. I just, this offensive line, I'm sorry I doubted you. Robert Saleh, I'm sorry I doubted you. I just, all these guys making plays. I'm so proud to be a Niner fan, and I think you should be too out there. This team does not quit, and that is a testament to the coaches and the culture that they've built. What a win for the 49ers. Statement win. Hardball era-esque, gritty, run the ball down your damn throat type of a victory. Let's go. Let's go, Niners. Joe Shasky, Butcher Shop. Thank you guys for tapping in. Love you guys.